Last week, we learned that a person who lives in Virginia was on that ship, was on that cruise. They are now back home, and they're being monitored by the Virginia Department of Health. So we're at the point where it's hard to open up social media or your news feed and not see something about hantavirus. What is it? How serious is it? Could it be another COVID-19? Spoiler alert. Health officials don't believe so, but I'm not a health official. You know who is? Dr. Fabian Sandoval. He's a clinical researcher here in Washington, D.C. He's talked to us many times before when we had measles cases that were confirmed here in the DMV, and now it's back to hantavirus. Doc, thank you so much for joining us live. Can we just start with what this virus is? This isn't a new virus, but it is also relatively rare, at least here in the U.S., as I understand it. Looks like, hey, Doc, can we get you to turn your mic on real quick? See, we all learned how to do this during COVID-19 with all the Zoom calls. Let's give him a second. I got you loud and clear now. Go ahead.
Great. So, as I was saying, Joseph, hantavirus has been around since 1978 when it was first identified. It's not something new, but what it is new is that people are hearing more about it and the spread of it and the strains that are developed after what's referred to as what I think the traditional hantavirus. Right now, there's something called the Andes strain of it, and people are now familiar with this terminology because, like you said, we have learned about strains and protective measures with a virus because of COVID.
Yeah, so most hantaviruses, generally speaking, they do not spread human to human. But the strain involved in this outbreak, this is the Andes strain, which is common in South America. This one does spread from human to human. So how does that change the equation here, if at all?
Well, you know what? It changes it a little bit. The way that it transmits from human to human is from a lot of direct contact, right? If a caregiver is not doing its protective measures, wearing its PPE that we've already learned about, which is gloves and masks, which any healthcare provider would do already when they're taking care of someone with the virus, that is the way that they would contact it. If you just happen to be passing by someone that's infected, you're not going to get sick. It's the direct contact. It's coughing in their face. It's having that activity with all those droplets that could cause a greater risk. So if you're married or you're living with someone who is infected and don't know that they're infected, because we have that period of between 2 to 8 weeks of incubation period, you might be infected as well. But the lay individual will not be infected by someone else on the street.
Well, then let me just ask you point blank. I only have a couple seconds. Is this something that the general public should be worried about? We're all reading about it. We're all seeing it. Is this something that you as a physician are concerned about personally?
I'm not too concerned about it because as of now, that strain of the Andes is not spreading very largely. The regular one that's from rodent to human is around, and it's easily managed as long as we're managing the symptoms. There's no vaccine, there's no treatment, there's no antiviral like there is for flu or COVID.
It looks like your mic went out there at the end, but we got I think what is the most important thing is this doesn't seem like it is the next pandemic, and we've had the World Health Organization confirm that as well. Dr. Sandoval, thank you so much. Boy, does that bring me back to the COVID days when we were doing everything on Zoom. We hope that we're not at that again, and it doesn't sound like that. Thanks so much, Doctor.